Hello and welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omolbe.
I am Tayo Salam. Many thanks for joining us again.
On the show this morning, for the Super Falcons, their 9-day training camp is over. And of course, the coach is looking forward to having another one before they play Côte d'Ivoire in February. That is qualifiers for the Africa Women's Nations Cup that will be taking place in Morocco.
Fantastic. Also on sports this morning, talking about football, where Lionel Messi has claimed the record-extending 7th Ballon d'Or award. Messi isn't 7th heaven, or Messi's 7th heaven.
When will he stop? We don't know. Just continue going on and on and on and on. Okay, also on the program this morning, the Rockets are on a 3-game winning streak. Imagine that.
Just imagine that. This is after losing 15 in a row. The Houston Rockets are now smiling again. Look at Jason Tate right there with a big smile on his face, and the other guy right behind him as well, too, smiling. It's good to see the Rockets are happy and enjoying themselves again. 3 wins in a row for the Houston Rockets after losing 15 straight. All right, that's what we're going to start the show from. Yeah, obviously. But before we get to the Rockets and see how they managed to win for the 3rd straight time this season, let's take a look at the results of the other games that were played this morning. 9 games in total, and we have all of the results for you, starting with the matchup between the Orlando Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers, where Seth Curry scored 24 points. Tobias Harris added 17, as the Philadelphia 76ers needed free throws in the final minutes to beat the Orlando Magic 101-96. Elsewhere, the Miami Heat lost against the Denver Nuggets 120-111. Nikola Jokic scored 24 points in that victory, as the Nuggets snapped their longest losing streak in nearly 6 years by defeating the Miami Heat. The Chicago Bulls and the Charlotte Hornets were in action. This was the battle of the brothers. It was a family affair. Lonzo Ball taking on LaMelo Ball with Lava Ball in the stands, wearing a shirt saying, "I told you so." Anyways, that match ended 133 in favor of the Chicago Bulls. We'll come back to it later on the program. OKC Thunder and the Rockets. It was OKC on the losing side, 89-102. Houston winning their 3rd straight game. That was a star matchup, the feature match of the day, so we'll come back to that shortly as well. Elsewhere, there were wins for the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the San Antonio Spurs, the Utah Jazz, and the New Orleans Pelicans.
Interesting.
All right. So let's talk about the Rockets and the OKC. Cecilia.
Of course.
What's going on with the Rockets?
For the Thunder, it's their 6th straight loss.
Must be said.
So must be said about that. So they were having a bad run. But if you check 2 weeks ago, this same OKC actually beat the Rockets. Yeah, but somehow Rockets are, finally find their footing. And you mentioned that after that win they had, might just be that springboard. Yeah, and they're obviously riding on it, and that's what is working for them. And Christian Wood, just give it to him, 24 points on the night, 21 rebounds, and that's a huge one, and 3 blocks. So literally, he just had everything going well for him on the night. But for the OKC, he's having, Rookie of the Year candidate, so to speak. That's Josh Giddey. He had a game to forget on that day, making just only 1 of his 9 shots from the field and missing his 5 3-point attempts. 2 points in total. That's all he got for them in 25 minutes. Yes. But the Rockets, yes.
Not a good night for him. But back to the Rockets, I think they are the story of the game. Christian Wood, like I said, with a career high 21 rebounds. It was 19 before. Now was added 2 on top of it. Kevin Porter Jr. also contributed his own quota to that victory with his first triple-double. 11 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds. Garrison Matthews scored 19 points for the Rockets. And like I said, Rockets' winning streak follows a 15-game skid, while the loss was the 6th for the OKC Thunder. Of course, you can imagine how Coach Stephen Silas is feeling this morning.
He's been smiling for the past 3 days.
Smiling from ear to ear. Let's get the post-game reactions this time coming from Stephen Silas. Absolutely need that. Basketball is a game of momentum. It's a game of runs, and if you can go on, if you can start a winning run, you never know how long you can go.
Just keep on the momentum,
exactly.
the team you're facing, and then see how you can do it. Being able to do it over the Bulls was actually, you know,
that was it. That was it. Once they beat the Bulls, they thought, okay, we can, we're not that bad after all. You know, so let's see how long they carry on with their winning streak. And but the good thing is it's a happy camp finally for the Houston Rockets right now. Let's move on, still talking about the NBA, and talk about the family affair involving
the Ball brothers
Ball and LaMelo Ball. Cecilia, for the third time, this guys are facing off, and 2 wins now for Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, he's the one who's getting the family bragging rights, say. I mean, I can imagine how the father will be feeling, because somehow I think he is, I don't know, let me not say that, but he just have a way of tilting towards a particular son sometimes when you hear him talk. But he was there. But for the Chicago Bulls, yes, they outclassed the Charlotte Hornets 133-119. And LaMelo Ball for the Hornets just couldn't give them much. But Bulls, you know, prevailed thanks to Nikola Vucevic, who had a good game, 30 points and 40 rebounds. DeMar DeRozan also having 28 points. Zach LaVine having 25 points. So if you check these Chicago teams, I mean, a team that have, you know, a starting guard like these guys, somehow you understand what's going to happen. By the end of the day, well, you say LaMelo Ball had 18 points and 13 assists, but that just wasn't enough for the Hornets. Yeah,
because the Chicago Bulls are slightly the better side right now than the Hornets. The Hornets are having a great season as well. So decent season, as we said. They continue to play this way, they might just sneak into the playoffs. But like I said earlier, it was a battle between Lonzo and LaMelo Ball, and just a couple of days ago we had a discussion about how LaMelo, despite being the younger brother, seems to be playing, having a better NBA career even just in the second year. But when it comes to the two guys facing off, it's safe to say that Lonzo remains the big bro. It's not a big bro for nothing. And he scored 16 points and recorded 8 assists in this particular victory. Both brothers have been speaking following their latest encounter.
They could pass for twins, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is fantastic. I remember a few years ago when Lava Ball was telling everyone that cared to listen that his boys are going to play in the NBA, and people thought, what's he talking about? And he was in the stands yesterday wearing that shirt. I told you so. You know, Lava Ball is never going to let us slide, and he has a right to feel smug right now, seeing his two elder sons playing basketball. Let's not forget there's LeAngelo somewhere also trying to
get into the NBA.
Exactly. So good one for the Ball brothers, and it is amazing. I mean, seeing brothers playing the NBA is fantastic for the family. Giannis has got 2 brothers. The Holiday brothers as well too.
Also then
Seth Curry, Seth and Steph.
I mean,
it's fantastic, Cecilia.
And when, you know, I think it was 2 days for Thanksgiving when they played against each other. Well, of course, Steph Curry had to carry the day on that day. But then when you see those brothers like playing together,
it is a fantastic
it's very fantastic. You know what it means to get into the NBA?
Exactly.
Let's talk about WNBA, where you have the Ogumi kids, the 2 of them, you know, playing for the Los Angeles. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, let's leave that. Los Angeles, LA Sparks.
LA Sparks.
Remember LA Sparks, the 2 playing
Let's take a look at our top performers before we leave the NBA. Just the 2 guys that stood out for the sides. Nikola Vucevic, Cecilia, finally starting to find his rhythm. You remember I was out for a few games as well too. So 30 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 assists for the Chicago Bulls in their victory over the Charlotte Hornets. Also making this list for the first time is Jonas Valanciunas for the New Orleans Pelicans. 39 big points. Wow.
That's huge.
15 rebounds and 3 assists for New Orleans.
He had 7 of his 3-pointers attempts. 7 of all of them, he had it. And that's how the Clippers actually lost this one anyway. Okay.
So that's it for basketball. On the international stage, that's the NBA. We're still talking basketball, but we're coming back home now, and we're still going to be reflecting on the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, the African leg that was concluded just over the weekend, where Nigeria managed to win 2 out of 3 games. Lost the first one, won the next 2, and with a 2-1 record, they're taking it into the next second window. And it's not the best record, but it's still it's still something.
But the most important thing is that they top the group, so which is really crucial.
Exactly.
It's important. So those points are going to carry it over to the next window.
Exactly. So, but it's going to get tougher going forward because there's more teams are involved in this qualifiers down the line. It's a marathon, so Nigeria's got to be really ready to go the long haul. And a lot of people that are wondering, the Tigers, what's up with them? They're not as good as they used to be following what happened at the Olympics and at the FIBA AfroBasket, to be precise, where was the worst outing for Nigeria. Captain Ike Diogu has been trying to just tell you guys to relax a bit. Okay, we'll come to Ike Diogu later on, but first let's get to listen to the coach, Julius Nwosu, who was leading Nigeria for the first time, and he's had some very interesting things to say concerning or about his experience as a D-Tigers head coach in Angola.
I just continue where they stop, you know, and put some additional stuff into it, and then keep encouraging the guys. You know, I'm still like a player, so me and them, we joke around, we play around, and, you know, I have them, you know, I keep them calm, you know, and relaxed and play their game, you know. And like this short period that we were here, you know, I let everybody know that the only way we can win is to go into through our leader. So whatever we do, let's get them going first. That's the only way we can go. If everybody's trying to push us or push, it's not going to work. So it'd be like everybody trying. But once we get our leader going, we all go together. And they bought into it, and it worked. Our first game, we lost our first game. You know, I told them, don't even worry about it. That's just a practice that we didn't have.
There you go. That's Julius Nwosu, former D-Tigers player, leading Nigeria in that first window for the African qualifiers. Cecilia, he said the first loss was because they didn't have enough time together.
That's more like their first practice, or so to speak. Because I mean, if you check, it was always making if you watch the whole interview, it was always making reference to Ike Diogu. Like they actually helped in the selection of the players. I mean, he had to, just what he said about having a leadership, having to follow someone. If you have a leader, so it's easier for you to go into the game. Because obviously the leader he's talking about is Ike Diogu, that you were about to talk about, on how, you know, the whole issue going on with ABBF and the fact that, okay, maybe if they had had a steady federation and we don't have this issue of election, no election and all that, obviously we'll have a better, we would have had a better outing.
Absolutely,
but then,
there's no doubt.
There's no doubt about that, right? Let's listen to the captain himself, Ike Diogu, talking about what they had to do to ensure that at least they got to this stage. And not only that, the things that need to be done for us to have a better outing in June. There's still time. So hopefully all the things going on will all be over. So let's take a listen to the captain.
I expect to see the #1 team in Africa. That's what you guys can expect to see. You know, this window, like I said, we were all severely handicapped, but the next window's in July. So we'll have our full roster of players, practice time, guys that have played together for a while. So, you know, for those people that are starting to think that Nigeria fell off, you know, you'll see come July why we still believe we're the #1 team in Africa. Right, what's going on right now, obviously, is a little bit unfortunate with our basketball federation. So there's some things that I can't really talk about right now. So that severely handicapped the players that we were able to select. But overall, you know, we all as Nigerians, we have a duty to take this program to new heights. And the younger generation, they all feel the same way that we do. So we just need to have the right people in place that have the same attitude as the players, and we'll be just fine.
Yeah, it's all about having the right attitude. I mean, he's making reference to administration because according to him, the players got this passion. They want to put everything to ensure that Nigeria is still #1 in Africa and also be able to compete among the best in the world. But if administratively things are not done right, Usually it affects the play, and that's what happened their first game against Cape Verde, where they're just meeting together for the very first time. They're talking about #1 team in Africa, Tayo.
Yeah, I mean, they said it all. It's the issues are well documented. That's the NBBF issues that has to be resolved as soon as possible. You cannot go on like this going into the next window of qualifiers, because if it does, we're going to have the same issues again. And you can see Ike Diogo sending that message loud and clear to the authorities to put the house in order so Nigeria can concentrate on playing basketball, so the players can concentrate on playing basketball. He also talked about having a full roster come June as well too. But if these issues are in place, are still there, it's not going to happen.
What
because
happened
those guys
basket wouldn't happen.
Exactly, because those guys won't want to be a part of a disorganized house that's in shambles, you know. So hopefully the authorities, as the NBBF, the sports ministry, they resolve all of these issues so the players can, you know, just play basketball and continue to lead Nigeria perhaps to the World Cup.
And the report we're hearing is the fact that, yes, they have to, maybe January, they pleaded with FIBA to have to January to have the election. Maybe by January, the election should be held.
Hopefully.
And of course, the women, remember, the qualifiers start in February. So there's a whole lot to do. And right now, we don't even know if we'll have a team that will represent the country in Basketball African League. Yes, Rivers Hoopers won the final 8 that the sports ministry organized. But then when the NBBA is saying that they're not the one organizing that and they're the ones to send a team, maybe they'll have to come together, put their heads together and say, okay, fine, we already had this. Maybe Rivers Hoopers can just represent the country. So we won't have issues concerning that. There's a whole lot going on in Nigeria Basketball Federation. The ladies have not even played basketball for more than 2 years. I mean, since 2019. Okay, so let's leave it there, right, Tayo, and go to something that will always make us smile, right? Table tennis. It seems to be, one of the sports federation they're actually saying right now, because each time they keep churning out different championships every time. We talked about Haruna Quadri yesterday, and of course our guest and even us, Nokonak, when we're talking about having more talent and not just having them, also exposing them. When you're seeing a 16-year-old Morgard going to the World Championships, it tells you a lot, because these guys are ready to invest in the youth. So if you have so many of them, those youngsters, 13, 14, 15, it's time for you to start exposing them and not wait for them to do 25 or 30 before you can, you know, really give them that opportunity.
That'll be too late then. That'll be too late. The earlier the better. It's like for any sport, Cecilia, the earlier you catch them and you start developing and exposing them to the best training, to the best tactics and strategies, and the better it's going to be for you. So hopefully the NCTF continues to do just that. When we come back from this break, we will be reflecting on the latest championship that was organized by the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation. Join us again. You're welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. We're still talking table tennis and the latest competition that was organized by the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation to keep the players engaged, keep the players playing, and to continue to develop. Cecilia, we've seen a couple of names getting to are very familiar these days. They're starting to show that their dominance. Let's start with our guy, first of all.
Yeah, Matthew Kuti. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're seeing pictures of the presentation of the prize winners for the cadet category, where you have Matthew Kuti winning the junior boys category. He defeated Alamin Damire, while Joel Emmanuel won the junior girls, beating Taiwo Koka in the final. That's their presentation. But the other pictures you're seeing is for the women's singles final. And of course, you saw Bosse Odusoya right there again. And of course, she's aiming for something that they are showing you, but that is starting tomorrow. And of course, Rewind Akombi Tayo, that's him right there. Also, there he was runner-up, you know, in the in the tournament that was organized. The South. Western Region Table Tennis Championship, where you have Nigerians dominating everything. Yeah, these are pictures, you know, coming from the game he played against his opponent. The final for the men.
3-0, 3 games to 0. That's how he ended in favor of Rewan Akombi to win the men's singles title. So it was pretty comprehensive, convincing victory for Akombi right there. So it's one of the names to watch out for on the local scene when it comes to basketball. Hopefully,
table tennis.
Yeah, when it comes to table tennis, hopefully he gets more opportunities to continue to develop his skill set. And the only way to do that is really by playing. So the more competitions are for real one and the other players as well, the better it will be for their careers.
So let's listen to Kombi talking about this event that he won again, also preparing for the Ashojoba Tennis Championship that is starting December 1st.
You know, honestly, to be sincere, it wasn't easy. Though it looks so easy, but honestly, it wasn't, because David is not a small player. Yeah, he's been playing even for Lagos while he was small, so he has been playing ahead of us. So we are like a junior player that improved to meet him. So playing him is not an easy thing. But winning 3-0 at times it might look easy, but it's not easy, because he's a very good player. It won't be an easy one, because we have many young players as well that are already improved, that we play 0-0 together, which is not sure at all. So I believe in Ashojoba. I will give in my best, and I pray that I come out victorious.
Maybe he will be victorious in that one, but other star players will be there. Now, in this championship, 150 athletes actually took part. Now, let's talk about the women's singles, Tayo Bosse Odusonya. I mean, she just keep winning. Yeah,
she was in action on the final against Ifelua Omotosho, and it was another good victory for Bosse as well. Cecilia, that's on the local scene as well, so Bosse starting to show you know, what she's made of.
Yes.
And we listened to her talk about the Ashojoba championship, where she wants to win it again. And she says, no one is going to stop her unless perhaps she gets, you know, she gets pregnant, right? Yeah, but I mean, as it is right now, she's obviously laid down the marker when it comes to table tennis in Nigeria. That's on the local scene. And it's a massive challenge for all the other players to try and see if they can actually beat this fantastic table tennis player. She's also been reacting to our victory, and let's take a listen to what she's had to say.
I'm very happy for hosting this tournament because some players are playing very well, because I know Ajiwo, I play her 3-2 because she's training too. But I believe I will win Ashojoba by God's grace. Everybody has the capacity to win the competition. But I pray to God that I'm going to win the tournament because I've been training hard for the competition. So I pray to win it.
She's praying to win it, and she knows she can win it.
How many times has she won it now?
I lost count, style. Yeah. I need to check. I need to check my facts.
She's obviously the favorite going into that.
That's what it's looking like. Game. So that's what it's looking like, because I mean, she's playing so well, and she's usually so calm when she's playing. So it tells you how good she can be.
All right, before we leave the tournament, Cecilia,
let's listen to the chairman of the Lagos State Table Tennis Association. Really satisfied with what he is saying, with about 150 players taking part, and then you have the finalists moving forward to the Ashojoba starting on the 1st.
This is just to prepare the players for Ashojoba, just for everybody to have a good time during the Ashojoba. That's why we had this competition, and it's been a wonderful one, as you can see. The performance was wonderful. I can tell you that today I discussed with the coaches and the technical crew to move some of our junior players to the senior team, and some of the cadet players to the junior teams, because the development has been wonderful. And we found out that some of them cannot even stay at that level. They have moved further than that level, which is what we have always wanted. Development, and seeing the result of our development today, we have promoted quite a number of players, and we are going to see them during Ashojoba.
All right, we'll see what Team Lagos can give to everyone, because that is a national thing. But I don't know how many states actually organize a tournament going into the Ashojoba.
It is awesome. It is awesome. So
Lagos is well prepared.
Exactly, being very proactive and making sure that the players don't go into a tournament as prestigious and as competitive as the Ashojoba cold. They're going to go in there hot, haven't played just finished the tournament over the weekend. So it's fantastic for all of the players. Before we leave table tennis, let's just tell you as well, too, that Fan Zhendong has emerged as the champion at the World Table Tennis Championship, defeating Cruz Morgad in the final. Why are you shaking your head?
Because I was rooting for Morgan.
Really?
I love his story.
Yeah,
the
very
way he
fantastic
started,
story,
I mean, it's something beautiful. I really want to see how he can, continue with that, but it just wasn't.
No, it was always going to be tough
experience.
Exactly. Fan is a different level entirely. Number one in the world for a reason.
Yeah.
It's Chinese as well, too, so it was always going to be different. And it's still very young as well. So it's 24.
24, yeah.
You know, so it's not like
it's old. So
it's
easier.
Yeah. Anyway, so congratulations to our Fan Zhendong, your World Table Tennis champion. Also, congratulations to the Swedish men's doubles side as well. So they won the competition for the first time since 1991. It's fantastic. Sweden definitely doing something right. When it comes to table tennis.
I was telling you that the Chinese should be scared.
They should be worried,
they should be
because
worried.
they've won the doubles for the men's, and it's two different players in that one. Then it had Truls Morgan, so that's three bona fide top players are from Sweden.
So let's watch out for them at the Olympics, so you see what they can actually do in that. So leaving table tennis and quickly talk about a grassroots tournament on the 17th. That's the Stephen Keshi football tournament that was held in Benin City over the weekend. And of course, you have a winner emerging there, and it was Benin Insurance Feeders team that won this one, beating Orlando FC, another Feeders team, by a lone goal. Orlando FC is from Port Harcourt, so they won by just a lone goal, and that was enough for them to win this edition. And of course, we'll just see how the goal was scored before we listen to the organizers who want, more investors, so to speak, more backing, coming from both government and also corporate bodies for them to be able to, make it bigger than it is right now. We all know what Stephen Keshi did, so this is actually in honor of him.
This tournament is also a way to honor him and also to immortalize him, because he did amazingly well during his lifetime, as he won the Nations Cup as a player and also as a coach. So me being part of this tournament, I give God the glory, because of course I'm one of the admirers of Stephen Keshi during his playing days and also as a coach. So far, so with this, of course, there's room for improvement, but we really want to go more than this, in this tournament. We want it to go beyond this. We want to where corporate bodies have to come in, government have to come in, all of us have to synergize together and make it a great tournament.
Competitions of this magnitude too will help, to bring out the best in these children. When there are such competitions going on around, you'll be able to really develop the youth in football and be able to see these talents and get them to feed your main team. Stephen Keshi is a household name, and keeping his legacies alive is of great value. So I advise and implore everybody to come around and support the organizers, so that henceforth the competitions will be of great importance, and the competition will meet the standard which they intend it to be.
Meeting the standard that it can be. So it's a good one. I mean, teams can also get players from there. And I love the fact that a Feeders team, Benin Insurance, actually won there. So it shows that, well, maybe clubs are beginning to take it seriously, having Feeders team. I don't know how many teams will have that, but it will be a great one to actually have this Feeders team, and then they can really supply, players to the main team. That's a plus, right?
Awesome. All right, let's get on with the show now, and let's talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They have completed their training camp in Abuja in preparation for the game against Cote d'Ivoire. That's the Alcon qualifiers. Cecilia, it's good to see that everyone is leaving no stone unturned when it comes to preparing for that game against Cote d'Ivoire, because it's going to be very, very difficult. Cecilia, and anyways, so we got Cecilia. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was great because I mean you remember when the Ashabaris Cup came up. You know, after what happened against South Africa and everybody started talking, players are old, change coaching crew, what's this and everything went on. And then we went to a qualifier against Ghana. We beat Ghana right here in Lagos. Went to Accra, we lost by a lone goal. And then the panic button was pressed. And then you have the coach submitting, you know, this is what he wants to do. Having these players together all the time. And whatever window he's having, he can easily have them together. And that's how they had this 9-day training camp, you know, they had in Abuja. And of course, they played a series of friendlies with some other club sides over there. And then most of about 29 players were in camp, which was really huge and great. Because when we had that 9, I'm like, how do you expect all the players to be around? But most of the foreign-based players, Rashida, all of them, Onomebe and all that, they were all there, you know, in camp, which was really great. Zelkwa came, but she was injured, so she had to go back. So it tells you how, you know, Wardrum wants to do something right for the girls. Earlier this year, they were in Turkey for that camp, and then they were here now. And he's hoping that maybe before February, they can also have another one. Just take advantage of the FIFA window, gather the girls together, and then keep training. So I think this is a really good one for the Falcons.
Yeah, it is awesome. This is called forward thinking by all of the guys involved, the NFF and the coach as well too. And that's because they know they've got their work cut out against Cote d'Ivoire next year. It's going to be a very, very crucial game. There's a lot at stake as well in terms of not only qualifying for the AFCON, there's also qualifying for the World Cup. So imagine Nigeria missing out on the World Cup. It'd be an absolute disaster.
Don't even think about it.
Exactly.
It's the 12th edition and won the AFCON 9 times. So it's just 3, I mean, out of the whole tournament that we haven't won it. So perennial champions.
Yeah, so they can't afford to miss out on this competition. We're going to listen to one of the players. New faces, you could call her. She's, you know, been in and out, but she's back. She was with the team in Abuja. She's been talking about her experience and what they hope to achieve in the qualifiers.
Yeah, I feel very happy because after my call-up in the national team under 20, it's been long they called me, like, so I was happy, like, they called me back now. So I feel very happy to join the players, to see my ex-teammate back, so I'm very happy. Yeah, like, he's a very good coach. I like the way he's trained. I like everything about him. And again, he's a good coach. For now, I can't tell. Maybe if I can, you know, if I will be among the squad to come back in January. But I can't tell, but only God knows.
The pride for any footballer out there, male or female, to play for the national team. And you can see Yetunde Aluko, they are very, very delighted to be back in the senior team. Last time she was called up was for the under-20, so it's a step up for her.
Obviously.
Let's see if she makes the final squad. Fingers crossed.
I'm hoping she'll be able to make it, but it's so competitive right now. This is what I want to see, just having talent, so many players. We have to fight to get into the Super Falcons squad.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
All right, we're still talking football. Cecilia, let's talk about the Creative Championship Cup, which started over the weekend, March day 1. We have the results for you.
So let's just take a look at the result of what went down in the Creative Championship over the weekend. And of course, you know, there's some teams who love winning. When I mean who love winning, team like Bagada FC, for instance, Tyler, your team. But they didn't win, right? That's what I
mean. Getting off the title defense to a 1-1 draw against Atlantic Business. That game was played in Ikene. In other fixtures, Valiant defeated Dino SC 2-1. Dio and Danas played out a 1-0 draw, while Broad City edged Igomu FC 2-1. So that means also a guy now, Ubong Richards, considered 2 goals. I believe that's if he was in goal. That's if he was in goal anyways. We don't know. Anyway, so those are results coming from March day 1 from the Creative Championship, the Cup edition. The league is still yet to come next year. It's fantastic seeing all these NLO sides playing football.
Yeah, it's fantastic, really. And if you check the quality of football, this was actually played in Ikene because, you know, usually, remember Tyler last year, it was Agege Stadium, they were using the home and away stuff. But this time around, they had to use, they're using Ikene right now for the championship. Well, let's see what's going to happen next weekend and see some teams can bounce back. These are pictures, you know, and goals coming from match day 1 of the game. Fantastic goal, you would say.
Yeah.
What was the keeper thinking?
Yeah, well, goalkeeper way off his line, and that's going to definitely cost
Just
you
have to take advantage of
goal. Yeah, so the Creative Championship is back and better, and hopefully we'll get to see more goals on match day 2. We'll be here to give you all of the updates coming from that competition for the NLO side, Nationwide League sides, must be said.
That's another goal. Angle. I love that angle.
You like that one, right?
Yeah, pretty. Celebrations from the teammates. All right, we're leaving this one and quickly touch down in Tanzania, where the amputee football is taking place. And Nigeria could not get a first win in their opening game against Egypt. It ended goalless. There's actually no goal in that one. But later today, they will be playing against Ghana. We'll see if they can get it running. Remember, they have just Egypt, Ghana with them in that group. If they can win against Ghana. Ghana beat Egypt in their first game 3-0. So if they can get a win, yeah.
So it tells you that the Ghanaians are a very good side for them to beat Egypt, goal 3-0. And Nigeria has gone on to draw with Egypt, goalless. I know football is not mathematics.
Yeah. Remember, they arrived on Sunday.
Exactly.
They played on Monday.
Yeah, so God cut them some slack right there. Hopefully, they can play a lot better against Ghana. But you know, Ghana and Nigeria, the rivalry in anything they're doing is always very fierce. Whether it's football, whether it's jollof, whether it's maybe music as well, to Afrobeat. The rivalry.
From food to music to sports.
So that should be a very tough one between Nigeria and Ghana. Hopefully, the amputee Eagles are winners at the end of the day. Okay, Cecilia, let's talk about this one and the Ballon d'Or, finally.
Yes.
I don't know, you say you're surprised. I don't know if anyone has missed it. Lionel Messi's won for the 7th time, record-extending 7th time. And a few people out there that are crying that I think are just tired of seeing Messi win this particular award because if you take a look at his performance in 2021, I don't think you'd be too, I don't know what word, you'd be too against Messi winning the award because he's had a fantastic 2021 for both our club and country. Might not be up to the usual Messi standard. I think that's what a lot of people are
judging him by,
to judge him.
You know, when you're a serial winner, it's just like, you know, I was telling some people about Jose Mourinho and all that fire from some clubs because, I mean, he's been placed in a very high pedestal.
Very high.
So if he performed below that,
slightly below that,
slightly below, so he's a failure. So you finish a team second and they don't win, they look, oh, he has failed. And then another coach come and can't even do it.
Can't even do it on his pass.
It's a pass man. Say, oh, I left the team better than I met them. That's usually. But then take a look at Lionel Messi. Take a look at the goals he has scored. I mean, the goals he scored this year. He won the Copa America, which Argentina hasn't won for a very long time, and they've been waiting for it. I mean, there's the Eiffel Tower there, the lights, just celebrating Messi. You have to celebrate this guy. I mean, he's worth it. But then, I mean, you guys can send us email and tell us what you think. I mean, there's controversy concerning this award, and majority is saying, okay, he won Copa America, but then Jorginho also won European Championship. He should have been given. Did he score as much goals here? He didn't. He did not score so many goals. And then people say, okay, if you're using goals, Lewandowski scored more than 40 goals. He should win it. But Lewandowski did not win anything apart from German Bundesliga. I mean, in Euros, he scored just 3 goals. And not just that, and Champions League, they didn't win the Champions League. So, how do you judge that? Okay, we're seeing another picture. Okay, we just saw Alexis Putellas, who won that of the women. I mean, this wasn't in doubt because 26 goals she scored. She played for Barcelona, leading Barcelona to win their very first Champions League, which was really huge for the team. And not just scoring those 26 goals, also she had 19 assists. I lost count of her assists. And she's a midfielder. So it's a great one. That's her mom right there. You know, well deserved, yeah. So this was never in doubt because, I mean, she was fantastic all through the season. She's a sister to Shola's teammate, remember? So it's good to actually rub shoulders, you know, with the best. And getting this award for her team, leading Barcelona to the Women's Champions League for the first time. So, and also they won the La Liga, and not just La Liga and the Copa del Rey, like literally cleared everything. So it wasn't in doubt.
Lewandowski,
striker of the year.
Striker of the Year, well deserved as well. It's good to see we have separate awards for different departments of the field as well.
And this is the first time they're having this. So they needed to create this. I mean, hours before.
38 goals in 30 league games for Bayern in 2021. It's just ridiculous. And there's no doubt he is the striker of the year. The young player of the year is Pedri.
Never in doubt. I mean, when I saw Mason Greenwood, I saw Bukayo Saka, I'm like, no, these guys don't compare to what he has done with Barcelona, as bad as Barcelona is. And also the national team. National team at 19. I mean, last week I celebrated his 19th birthday. So for you to get into the Spanish national team at such a young age, so
it's fantastic. Congratulations out to all of these guys. Of course, Gianluigi Donnarumma.
Another controversy.
Of the year. Controversial.
Yeah, because Mendy, yes, had a fantastic year. But Mendy is not with the national. Yeah, what was saying? I'm trying to think. Not much. So I think that's why Donnarumma got it, because of the Euros, I think.
Yeah, of course, because of the Euros. Yeah. Goalkeeper of the year was fantastic. Played a very crucial role in Italy winning the competition.
That's club of the year right there. Yeah, you said which. I mean, club of the year went to Chelsea because they have like up to 10 players or 11 in the team of the year. So the nomination was so much, and so that's how they had, Chelsea in that one. But we need to go on a break, right?
Yes, we need to.
We need to go on a break. We'll come back. We'll just give you a slide of, all the winners. All right, let's take a look at the winners. I mean, those who won on the night. Just refresh you. Lionel Messi, of course, 7 times. Alexia Putellas, of course, she had to win that.
Definitely.
Pedri, he had to win a young player of the year. Donnarumma, no doubt about that. I know Edward Mendy had to come in. But then, Euro is actually bigger than the Champions League. Robert, take it to the bank, Tyre. Robert Lewandowski.
That is so debatable. But I mean, it could have gone to any of those
Euros happens to be all the best countries in the world.
Yeah,
and
the Champions League,
the best clubs. Club and country, which is bigger, Tyre?
So that's another debate entirely.
That's another debate. So it's a country. Everyone wants to represent their country. So it tells you how big it is. You know what it is to carry the shoulders of about 150 million people. And club is just...
I've got absolutely no issues with Donnarumma winning this award. What I'm just saying is, it could have gone to Mendy as well, and there won't be any complaints from my side as well. That's just what I'm saying. And Robert Lewandowski, of course, the best striker. Congratulations to all of the winners on the night. Chelsea Club of the Year as well.
Okay. So if you don't agree with that, send us your email. Maybe tomorrow we'll try to read it, okay? Thank you.
You know the people that are mostly don't agree with this award, especially for Messi?
Chelsea fans.
No, not Chelsea fans.
The Ronaldo fans.
Ronaldo
was actually out of top 5 for the first thing. Number 6.
You know who they are.
I mean, it was
they absolutely going ballistic, because it's now 7 and 5. And I wonder when their guy is going to close the gap.
I'm not sure it's going to close it.
It doesn't.
I'm not sure it's going to close it.
Very unlikely.
I'm not sure Messi will win another one.
Nah, come on.
Messi will not win another one.
Don't put that past Messi.
Cristiano Ronaldo will get another one. Finally, from 2022, we're going to have a new winner. I'm saying it.
You're going out
November
on a limb to say that because and I wouldn't count Messi out from doing just that. The World Cup is around the corner. In December.
The World Cup is going to be December next year. So the award will come before the World Cup. So that's what I'm talking about. And there's no Euros next year. So whoever is going to win it is what they've done for their club. It's going to be the judge of that. So Mo Salah is right now, for me, ahead, right? I want Nigeria to win the Nations Cup, but then Egypt should win the Nations Cup, and Mo Salah continues scoring the way he's scoring, and Liverpool gets to win the Champions League.
Yeah, look at all of those.
That's what I'm saying. So
if.
So there's so many possibilities that you're going to be having another winner next year when you're having the Ballon d'Or.
Don't count out Messi. That's just all I know. Messi is that great, transcendent talent, and we'll see.
I don't see PSG winning the Champions League.
Yeah, that's just the problem.
I don't see PSG winning the Champions League. I don't see Man United winning the Champions League. I'm sorry to all the fans, but then that's what it's looking like. And the team I can actually beat my chest for could be Chelsea or maybe Man City winning that, or maybe Liverpool also. So if you're having those teams, maybe winning it, and then, or maybe Real Madrid carrying Benzema to.
Let's leave the future to the future and talk about
the new. The stats from Messi, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I think everyone knows it.
Understands that.
56 games for club and country in 2021. That's Lionel Messi. He scored 41 goals and recorded 17 assists. So these are the stats coming from Opta. So they've not just dashed in this particular award. He's absolutely earned.
He scored 41
rights.
goals. For those of you saying how many goals did he score, what did he do for Barcelona, tells you how many goals he scored for club and country. 41. That's huge. And he scored 4 in Copa America.
At the Copa America, he was a standout player.
Standout player for Argentina. So literally carried the team to the trophy. Okay, before we leave the studio quickly, Rangnick, I mean, there's a new coach coming for interim, right? So United is going to be using 3 coaches for the season. Wow.
Incredible.
3.
Yeah, that's, you never know what if it turns into 4 and he's had an absolute stinker in the dugout for United and they have to make a change as well. So it'll be a very, very ridiculous and ludicrous situation. Yeah. But not putting it past Manchester United with the way they've been for the last couple of seasons now. So that's Ralph Rangnick as the new interim manager for Manchester United. And he's had a few things to say. Pretty much saying he is here. Okay, he's excited to be joining Manchester United and focus on making this a successful season for the club. The squad is full of talent and has a great balance of youth and experience. All of my efforts for the next 6 months will be on helping these players fulfill their potential, both individually and, most importantly, as a team. Beyond that, I look forward to supporting the club's bigger long-term goals on a consultancy basis. Ralph Rangnick.
Let's see if you can actually help them reach their potential and make the club successful this season.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one, right?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Time to take a look at the papers, of course.
Because that job is starting to look like a poison chalice right now.
Yeah.
And the best coaches have come, there's a problem.
Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, to me, those are,
that's the most successful post-Fergie.
Both actually won trophies.
Exactly.
Europa League and also the FA Cup.
FA Cup and the Carling as well. Too.
Carling Cup. So,
anyways, we'll see all the best to Ralph Rangnick and Manchester United. Let's take a look at the papers before we close the show.
All right, I'll start with Complete Sports here. Complete Sports has, Bonfrey says, I don't want to talk about Eagles' job. I don't know why this name keeps flying around. Is there something happening that we don't understand?
I refuse to believe that.
Okay, I refuse to believe it too. Yeah, I refuse to believe it also. And Raw demands bonus for qualifying Eagles to 2021 AFCON. He doesn't have it yet. And good news for Maduka Okoye, the injury is not as serious as feared. So I'm really happy about that. And Lukman happy to score first EPL goal for Foxes.
Yeah, scored a tap-in for Leicester over the weekend. That was against Watford.
And Emmanuel Dennis is doubtful for Chelsea clash.
Ouch. Okay. That'll be a big miss for Watford.
For Watford, yes.
Because he's been
to pop in and get a goal.
Yeah, unarguably the best player so far this season. So hopefully it can go from doubtful to being fit for that game against Chelsea. Fingers crossed. Let's go to Sporting Life. That's the next paper review where Andy Cole is talking. Andy Cole, former Manchester United, Newcastle, Blackburn, can go on and on striker. He says indeed he can play for Man City, Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool too. I don't think there's any doubt about
this. No doubt about that. He's a top player, really.
Indeed. All right, still on Sporting Live, Raw demands bonus. We talked about it. Joe Bonfrey applies to take over from Ghent Raw. So there you go. That's an extension of what you're seeing from Complete Sports. So apparently, they've thrown it open. That's what it looks like, and he's got the right to apply for it.
Okay.
Cecilia. Lewandowski, striker of the year, club of the year, Chelsea. Talked about all of that already. Juventus could be relegated to Serie B.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. There's an investigation going on.
Yes, in that regard. Sporting Sun is the last one this morning, and Messi, of course, winning his 7th, and Raw demanding $60,000. That's the bonus he's demanding for qualifying Nigeria for AFCON. And he has already submitted his provisional list. And he also, according to the list, there's an invite going to Victor Moses. This is coming from Sports.
What list is that?
Provisional list.
For?
Provisional.
Yeah, provisional list for what? What
competition? In January.
I thought they said it's been sacked.
Okay, Tayo.
The same papers said Raw has been, papers and reports have said he's been sacked.
But NFF came to clarify that.
That is not been sacked. So we're going to go with NFF's.
Yes, so stick with that because they are the ones who employed him. So Neymar is out for 8 weeks with ankle injury. That's a big blow. Not again.
Not again.
Not again. And this guy seems that's one of the players that never really fulfilled his potentials. All right. We need to leave now, right?
Yeah, that's it for the show. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of the day. I am Tayo Salah.
I'm Cecilia Mogbe. See you tomorrow.